1984. Just read 1984.
Welcome back to Book Elixir. Today, we'll take a deep dive into George Orwell's ageless masterpiece, 1984. In this extended series, we will dissect the narrative chapter by chapter, delving deeply into its complexities and thought-provoking ideas. But first, let's get to know the creative genius behind this masterpiece, George Orwell. Born Eric Arthur Blair in 1903, Orwell's early life circumstances influenced his work greatly. His experiences include serving as a colonial police officer in Burma and fighting in the Spanish Civil War. His exposure to political oppression and conflict became a wellspring of inspiration for his literary work. Orwell's commitment to social justice and freedom of expression is evident not only in 1984 but also in his thought-provoking essays and other literary works. Orwell's legacy continues to shape discussions on political and social issues, reminding us of the importance of safeguarding individual freedom and truth. Now, let's begin our chapter-by-chapter exploration of 1984. Part I: The World of Oceania. In the first several chapters, we meet Winston Smith, a middle-aged party member residing in the Oceanian superstate. Orwell expertly transports us to Winston's gloomy and dictatorial society. The plot is dominated by the notion of Big Brother, a mysterious and menacing person. It symbolizes the party's constant observation and control. Orwell introduces us to Newspeak, the official language of the party, and the thought control that accompanies it. The iconic posters bearing the slogan, "Big Brother is watching you," create a constant sense of paranoia, emphasizing the party's power over the citizens. As we explore these early chapters, we delve into the overarching themes. Surveillance is a prominent subject, giving a bleak picture of a society with no privacy. Language and cognition are also manipulated, as newspeak is employed to suppress terms that might signify dissent or revolt. Fear and punishment are used to enforce conformity, creating the groundwork for the narrative's deeper study of Winston's resistance. Part 2: Forbidden Love and Rebellion. Winston's life takes a drastic change in this portion when he begins a covert love affair with Julia, a fellow party member. Their relationship is more than just a romantic retreat. It is a fundamental act of revolt against the party's imposed loveless, sexless society. Their private gatherings in a lease room, which are not monitored, become a symbol of resistance and an oasis of human connection in a dehumanizing society. As we delve into the character development in these chapters, we witness the complex motivations and internal struggles of Winston and Julia. Their relationship epitomizes the innate human desire for freedom, intimacy, and authenticity, despite living in a society that crushes these qualities. This section marks the beginning of Winston's journey from passive obedience to active rebellion, setting the stage for the profound transformation that will follow. Part 3: The Thought Police and Room 101. Winston's world begins to collapse in this segment as he falls victim to the ever-vigilant thought police. He is apprehended and sent to the terrible Ministry of Love, where he meets the intriguing O'Brien. O'Brien subjected Winston to extreme physical and psychological torment in these chapters, with the goal of breaking his spirit and reshaping his views. These chapters dig deeper into the topics of dictatorship and mind control. The brutality of the thought police and Winston's psychological suffering make 1984 a dark and unnerving depiction of the might of an authoritarian regime. The ultimate chamber of horrors, Room 101, represents the final phases of dread, manipulation, and obedience to the party's rule. This segment depicts Winston's desperate quest for identity and opposition to the party's all-encompassing rule. Part 4. The Ultimate Betrayal and the Triumph of the Party. Winston's soul is destroyed in these last chapters, and he eventually betrays Julia as a result of the horrific agony at the hands of the thought police. He grows to like Big Brother and accepts the party's vision of reality. The novel finishes with a dismal and pessimistic view of the future, in which the party has won and individualism has been completely obliterated. These last chapters encapsulate the core message of 1984. The ultimate triumph of the party and Winston's betrayal serve as a powerful reminder of the dangers of authoritarianism, mass surveillance, and the manipulation of truth. It is a haunting reflection on the capacity of a totalitarian regime to break even the strongest human spirit. As we explore the impact of 1984, we are left with a profound question. Can totalitarianism truly crush the human spirit? Or is there still hope for individual freedom, truth, and resistance? That brings our examination of George Orwell's 1984 to a close. This book is a sharp mirror that reflects the perils of authoritarian regimes as well as the human spirit's resiliency. It calls into question our perceptions of truth, reality, and the invincible nature of the individual. If you like this, please like and subscribe for more literary experiences. Thank you for joining us on Literary Lens. And keep in mind that books like 1984 have the ability to transform our viewpoints and encourage us to protect our liberties. See you again soon.